Tap that subscribe button. Be sure to click the bell icon to get notifications for whenever I upload. Now let's get on to the video. We're back. Didn't forget the 2K11 MyCareer. Can't forget the 2K11 MyCareer. We got a big matchup in the next game. In the starting lineup. First game starting. It's going to be against the Miami Heat. At least my matchup is easy. 5 layups, dunks. Try to get 3 turnovers. Oh no.
It's time for some hoops at the American Airlines Arena, home of the Heat, and we're bringing it to you live on 2K Sports. And for the Heat, we've got another hometown game here in Miami. And taking advantage of the home games during this stretch, they want to get those W's. Guys build that positive record.
Well, hold on a minute here, Kevin. You've been around this league a while now, and you know there are no gimmies in this league. Even though the schedule looks soft and it looks like they're winnable games, every team can take you out to lunch if you don't pay attention to detail.
Well, this is the NBA. I mean, every team's got talent, and if you don't take teams seriously, then you're in some trouble. So this is a stretch they have to take very seriously, and as long as they focus and play hard, I think they've got a chance to do well.
Hey, okay, I got Tyrus a good leg.
Hutchinson in at point guard.
Why am I guarding Braun? I'm about to say, go get Braun. I don't want that.
Henderson, and it's Thomas in at the
My matchup is Mario Jones.
And for the Heat, Wade and LeBron fill out the wings. Chris
Y'all got that
Bosh
work.
Udonis has him down low. And it's Chalmers in at the point. 4 on the clock. The high post shot. The shot by LeBron. No good. And Charlotte has possession.
I think anything less than a title would have to be viewed as a bit of a letdown for the Heat in last year's playoffs. Even when they entered the postseason as the number 2 seed in the East, their eyes were always set on winning it all.
No foul on that? I know that's Wade.
Hearing his name called in the starting lineup.
Well, this shows you just how much they like this young man. First-round pick and already a starter, working his way up in this league.
I look at the boards. I love boards. D out.
The rate he's shown so far, Steve.
I know he gives LeBron fits.
A player who will eventually be among the NBA's very best.
Underrated.
Now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What did you find out, Doris?
He was
Kevin,
a monster in
speaking
that
to him
series.
about their offensive game plan coming into this game, he said nothing
defense,
was set
a
in
two-way
stone.
hub.
The great thing about my
He was a
guys
hub
is their
more
ability
often,
to
moving the
adjust to
ball.
whatever a defense shows them. He said it's one of the smartest teams he's coached, and that we'll see
Good
evidence
defense.
of that this evening. Can't wait, guys.
Good report, Doris. Well said. Thanks. An interesting thing to address before the game.
Yeah, you know, the priority of most coaches is.
That's my bad. That's a terrible turnover.
Oh.
And then way down here. Boy, stop him.
Steve?
Well, you don't want to focus on makes and misses.
You can't turn the ball over against the Heat too much.
But clearly, you got to put the ball in the hoop, and I think tonight, making shots from the outside is going to be really key. Boy, isn't it good to see Udonis Haslem back and healthy after missing most of last season with a foot injury.
Hey, now.
He's a guy who's really been the heart and soul of this Miami ball club over the years.
Charlotte
I'll pass that. No problem passing.
Coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And that win really came from offensive execution. They were really clicking on all cylinders, Clark.
Okay,
you know,
okay,
you look
D-Wade.
at it, and they have a lot of options, and everybody was involved and engaged. They used all of them.
Oh, what happened?
Now
Get into the PG.
He had 10 points in the win against Sacramento. Diao, he's guarded by Haslem. Good ball movement.
Like you there.
Working against Haslem. Charlotte needs to get a shot. With 1 on the clock. The shot no good.
A bad shot.
Miami will
That a
go
good
the
shot,
other way with
though.
the ball. Steve Udonis Haslem, when he re-signed with the Heat prior to last season, he could have gotten a lot more money elsewhere. But, you know, Clark, he wanted to remain in Miami. I'm sure he is thanking his lucky stars that decision was made.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he and Dwyane Wade extremely close, and Haslem just kind of felt like he had a chance to stay in a place that he considered home and would be able to do great things. Credit him for picking happiness.
Oh my God, they're gonna give him that and one?
Dollar sign. Sometimes
I mean, he's a
that's
tank.
the best call, but you don't often see.
All right, I'm out. Am I at the 2? So I'm at the point where Wade's guarding me.
Here's Augustine.
What they doing?
Averaging 10 points per contest. For three.
That's too deep.
Wade
And a
with the
bad shot.
defensive effort.
Tough three-point try there with a hand in his face.
Boy, you'd be lucky to make that one against great defense.
Come on now.
Now here's Dudley. Deflected. Just 5 on the clock. And there's Dwyane Wade on the assist by LeBron.
I mean, I tried my best.
LeBron's now got 3 assists tonight.
I just got back in the game. Why are we calling time out?
Here for the Bobcats.
They got Jared Dudley?
Steve was talking about with LeBron, if he's being more efficient, Clark, with the ball, I don't think he is too concerned with his numbers, with his totals.
Kevin, that's one of the beauties of LeBron James's game to me. He's interested in playing the game of basketball at the highest level. That means giving it to another player.
I mean, you got Big Z on you, brother. And I got Braun. You got it.
I love the fact that he's comfortable in who he is and is not worried about what other people think
What?
he should be doing.
I thought that was tipping. He picked it up in the backcourt.
Backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Whatever.
Here's Miller. Here's Wade. Back to Miller. Fires the three. The shot is off. Now the Bobcats take it the other way. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how this season series plays out.
I can't score on
This is
LeBron
the
James
first
right now. Not at this
of
point in my
4 games
career.
These two teams will play.
Temple the pass to Maggette. Shot clock at 6. Maggette right side.
Good bucket, Corey.
Buries it from 14 feet. And in terms of the 4 games between these two this season, I think it's a series that could get pretty heated as the games go on.
Well,
Damn
we'll
right.
see what kind of tone is set here tonight.
I'm gonna get better.
That might go a long way to determining what the rest of the series is like. But we'll see. Tonight will be the beginning of whatever tone is going to be set.
Nice early
Board.
advantage for them on the glass, guys.
I'm
You know,
out.
part of rebounding well early is just going after the ball and boxing out. I mean,
Out of bounds?
so that you can maintain it later in the
How did I blow that?
As we grind through the
Thought I at
series,
least
let's
drew a
see how the
foul.
East is shaping
I'm
up.
playing terrible.
Look at the Heat. Right now they're off
We
to
need a
fast
win
start.
bad.
First place in the conference. And of course, there's the Bobcats. 9 games back.
You know, for the Heat, they've really caught nobody by surprise this year. I mean, they've got a tremendous track record and the talent to stay on top for a while.
Yeah, and you know, some people wondered if there'd be a drop-off this season just because of those high expectations, but there really hasn't been a drop-off at all.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Miami. Chalmers comes in for Mike Miller. Nice move. Here's Wade. And the jumper
Okay,
from
that's
down
my bad.
low is good.
I did all I could, man.
Wade's got 8.
I don't know how well I can guard
Inside there,
Dwyane Wade.
Kevin. I mean, the defense has been vulnerable in there.
Yeah, that's 3 straight field goals in the paint area. That's really good offense.
Corey Maggette on the wing. He had 15 points last outing. And here's Wade.
Jesus.
It's stolen by Wade.
Or if the defender doesn't buy the pump fake, there's a good chance he's going
I
to be able
tried.
to tip that ball loose.
It's been really impressive at both ends of the floor.
Allow
So far.
score off turnover is
And
crazy.
for that
Like,
reason,
what do you
they've
want?
been able to jump out ahead early here.
Maggette against Haslem. Augustine with it. Maggette outside. With the clock winding down. No good.
What a tough quarter for him. He's got to pick it up here.
Boy, nothing at all going his way.
Out on us. Our ball?
It's hard to
Oh,
watch.
there, he ball.
Here's Wade. He's coming off a 22-point game against Golden State. Now Dudley, 6 to shoot. The Heat need to get a shot off.
Great defense.
Wade can't hit. Here's Hutchinson. No good.
I hadn't made anything anyway.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead.
I mean, it's not too bad. It's only a 10-point lead.
And they're really keying in.
Tough first start. This is our first. Maybe we started one in the last video.
One-sided so far through the first quarter.
I don't know if 2K would have mentioned it twice, but it is 2K.
You know, in 2010, Charlotte made the playoffs, but it wasn't because of their play on the road and their poor performance in that department carried into last season.
On the court for Charlotte, Hutchinson in at shooting guard. Maggette out there with Boris Diaw. Then there's Tyrus Thomas.
I was playing the pass too much. That's my bad.
You are really living dangerously if you let him roam free in three-point land. He's a dangerous marksman from out there.
More on Charlotte. Both years just winning 13 wins in 41 road games.
And you don't give yourself a lot of room for error to make the playoffs when you play that poorly on the road. That means you have to be almost perfect at home. Boy, he really used his height there.
He sure did, Steve. I mean, a nice touch on that shot.
I need to stop. I'm not going to. Ooh!
Wade outside.
I'm not going to steal it from Dwyane Wade.
Augustine against Chalmers. Lays out. And Haslam kicks to LeBron.
I got to shoot him from deep.
Fades back.
How does Haslam get that board?
He dishes it to Chalmers. Goes back up. And the rebound goes to the Bobcats.
Eventually.
Bolster was in a really odd and tough position last season. Never before had there been a bigger free agent talent swing. And he was tasked with getting three huge superstars to mesh as a unit. He's done a nice job.
Maggette against LeBron. Bosh. His first shot coming late. Gets it to go.
Bosh's first shot.
Bosh has got his first points of the night. Back to Spolster because he was the first coach, Steve, to deal with that much talent. He had some very unique situations pop up along that road.
Well, he sure did, Kevin, and he had to coach that team under a microscope all season.
Ooh, Boris Diaw buckets. There we go.
And that Miami team went through some ups and downs, but in the end, I think Eric Spoelstra did a fantastic job, and he looks to be one of the bright young coaches in this league.
LeBron kicks to Wade. Off the pick, and it's Miami with another.
Not much resistance for him after that pick, Kevin. I mean, he had all sorts of space to hit the shot.
Now here is Augustine. Maggette outside.
Ooh, big body.
Chris Bosh.
He doesn't get it either.
Bosh has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Well, I think Corey Maggette had a
I'm doing my
first
best,
year
man.
in Milwaukee as his numbers just weren't where they have been throughout his career, and it was just a bumpy transition for Maggette.
Here's Hutchinson.
I did not mean to shoot
It's hauled
that.
in by the Heat. Chalmers has got 3 rebounds now in this one. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
They really cashed in on all the fouls they drew. It was a very physical game, and they used it to their advantage.
Steve, I like the fact they didn't mind.
You think I could get traded to the Heat?
I mean, they certainly kept the refs occupied and busy.
Parker brought up Maggette. He had some injuries too, and I think that probably was a force in all that stuff.
No doubt.
And Steve, it was
No way.
a
I'm
very
about to say.
forgettable year for him.
Well, he's starting to get up there in terms of age, Kevin, and you can see it in the free throw attempts. That's always been Magette's bread and butter. He normally averages about 8 or 9 free throw attempts per game. That number was down to about 5 a year ago.
I'll block Dwyane Wade again.
Possession. Thomas against Bosh. Here's Chalmers. Money from the wing.
Oh my God,
Chalmers has
Chalmers
got
is
7 points.
Right now, they've got that field goal percentage up in the low 50s.
Yeah, they're really starting to put it together offensively, looking to build on this lead.
They probably would have went at
The run. Thomas.
Haslam.
Started by Haslam. Here is Augustine. They get it again. A second chance effort.
And that rebound pushes their margin to +5 on the board. Solid job on the glass.
Well, it's just part of what they've done here to build this big lead, and it shouldn't be overlooked. I mean, rebounding is a huge part of this game.
SUD's
That's
shot.
good.
Boy, he did a nice job losing his man on a good pick and then just buried the jumper. That is basketball 101 right there, Kevin.
Augustine dishes to Maggette.
Good
Backing
post.
him down, Thomas.
Man, we took it away from him.
32 points for him last game against Sacramento. Maggette outside. From outside the arc. Chris Bosh with the rebound.
They're losing their composure a little bit here on the bad end of a run.
Yeah, they are, and they need to come up with a rally-wrecking play here to stop this run.
He feeds it to Chalmers. And Bosh backs down. A 10-footer. The shot no good. Now the Bobcats take it the other way. They host the 76ers after this game, and that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. Maggette kicks to Thomas. Haslam's there.
Okay, go up, Tyrus. Go up strong.
Out of bounds.
On him?
Keep possession.
Okay.
Well, Charlotte came into last.
I'm out. It's still a blowout. It's a blowout anyway. It's a Miami.
It's the Heat up by 15.
There was a chance.
I hope you're enjoying your Wednesday night. Welcome to HP at the Half. The Heat have been
Yeah.
at Quicken Loans Arena.
This stuff, that song in the background that's playing gets copied. Oh, that one for sure does. Hello.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team
I would
show
love
so
to.
far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. The Heat leading by 15. Back to Charlotte, and Steve, you're just talking about that. You thought they were turning the corner the year prior, but they couldn't keep the momentum going. They changed coaches. You talked about the injury moments ago about Jackson. I mean, they had a lot of things that kind of got in their way.
Well, even that playoff team from a couple of years back, Kevin, you don't know how much higher the ceiling was for that group.
What are we doing?
You almost have to think that rebuilding is the right step for them going forward, even if the fans might have to
throw
suffer
it in the
through
bag.
Sometimes you got to tear it down to build it back up in a better fashion.
Chalmers and Wade are the 1 and the 2. LeBron and Bosh are the 3 and the 4. And it's Haslam and at the center. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
Oh, good matchup going forward again. In that stage.
LeBron against Maggette. LeBron passes to Wade. Back to LeBron. Lets the 3 fly. The shot's good on the assist by Wade.
Goodness.
7 points for LeBron. Bobcats trail by 15. He has 5. Maggette outside.
I didn't see Corey Maggette went all the way over there.
And stolen by LeBron.
A lot of hands down there on the block. That's a tough position to be in offensively.
And here is Chalmers. 7 points in the game. The tray. And again, Miami with the tray.
That's 100% my
Now
fault.
6 straight points.
Like
open
1,000%.
threes. Get a hand up, fellas. Pay attention to the scouting report.
Well, you know how quickly things can go south when you start giving up wide open looks to this team.
Averaging 16 points a game. He kicks it to Henderson. Defended by Chalmers.
I couldn't go up because he rolled with a move from Chalmers. I was trying to do the up and under.
Let's check out the NBA blocks leaders. We take a look at Thomas. 2nd in the NBA. A great defender.
Now, there aren't going to be many nights when you don't see him put up a big number in that column.
The Heat leading by 18.
Oh, no.
Chalmers with it. 10 points for him. Knocked away. Stolen by Maggette.
They've done a pretty nice job of taking care
Hey.
of the ball here tonight, but they've got to continue to do so to maintain this lead. Well, they really look to run immediately after that turnover.
Well, that's how you cash in. You don't want to waste any time after the turnover. Go at it right away.
Lightly kept it
Wade
away from
outside.
LeBron.
Haslam a screen. Wade dishes to LeBron. Over Henderson. LeBron can't get it to go.
You know, there were questions about how LeBron would play in a new jersey. Statistically, he was about the same with the drop in points and a higher field goal percentage. He's a brilliant player no matter what uniform he's got on.
Okay.
Trying not to give the ball handlers any room.
Certainly not with the full court man-to-man.
Outside Bosh. Diaw's there. He goes up
Good block.
Back by Thomas. Out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Couldn't keep the ball in. I might be out. Augustine's getting up.
They host the 76ers.
Or they're moving me to the 2.
It'll be the first of.
I'm out. It's a 9-pointer.
Here's Bibby.
I'm guarding Bibby.
Talking more about LeBron's stats. You're all over.
It's one foul for me. First or second?
Blocks, rebounds, all look the same way they
First
did in
foul.
his last year with Cleveland. I guess, Steve, the difference is he played with another superstar. In fact, 2 if you put Bosh in there, and it was something.
If you put Bosh in there,
and it paid off.
Yeah, he was never. LeBron was never concerned about numbers. It's always been about winning, and I think he wanted to find some teammates that he could pair up with, and give him credit. I mean, he found a great spot in Miami. He's got a lot of talent.
Oh, Mike Miller free ball.
The numbers will always be there.
Good board.
The big
Here,
thing is
Temple.
winning, and he just wants to win rings, and that's why he made his choice.
Blocked. And they're pushing it up. Working it around now. Outside, House. Good.
Damn.
And Miller gets the assist.
Now you threaten the defense inside and then find the open man on the outside. Good offense.
Guys, this offense very effective.
Going right at him.
And this is where you just start picking apart the defense. And
Hey, good job.
You take
Good
their
job.
confidence away. You can really
slow
take
the ball.
control
They
of
don't
this
have any
game.
bigs.
Here is
Miami Heat
Bibby.
never do. Till Bam came along. Shout out to Bam. I guess that's on Whiteside too. Bosh, power forward. He's a wing to me.
Dudley
As
with
much
a
as he is a
screen
big.
on McGinty. Miller kicks to Bibby. From
Oh, my
past the
Bibby
arc.
3. Yes, I gotta guard these
Great
threes.
assist
I'm
by
sorry.
Miller as that one goes in. Miller's got 3 assists in the game.
You knew the big 3 when they came together, guys, that they would be good. But they did a pretty decent job, I thought, of finding complementary players to fill out the roster after a big chunk
That was
of
a
the
terrible
salaries
shot.
went to the big 3.
But I was
I
feeling
like the
myself.
defense, guys, really getting a hand up and challenging shots.
Yeah, Steve, lurking on that shot, and that was a
I don't
tough
think I'm
one.
gonna steal the ball from Mike Bibby. I've tried twice. More than twice. Like I had 2 good attempts and nothing.
6 on the shot clock. Releases. Nice D from McGinty. Well, back to the Heat. Clark, you're right. They searched out vets that knew how to fill a role and a need and then really build a team around the stars.
Post him.
Well, and that's critical because anytime you have the
Post
core group
him.
together, it's about finding role players who are going to accept their responsibilities on the team and accept the fact that sometimes they're not going to see the minutes that they would otherwise.
Come
have.
on,
They
McGinty.
handled it well. They got a good roster around their stars, and it paid off.
Bibby passes it to House. Back to Bibby. 18 feet away, and another basket for Miami.
I'm playing too much of the passing lanes.
There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Dudley gets a hand on it.
Oh, I almost dunked that.
Now Jones.
Good pass, James
Dishes
Jones.
to House. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
God.
There's that little sweet spot.
They're like,
Range jumper.
this I feel like the Linsanity game where they're like targeting me and going right at me.
Here's Hutchinson. Hits it.
What a way to close the court.
Hey.
Huge 3 right there.
Yeah, and that's a deflator for the other team.
Well, through
Hey.
3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult
Three
to
ball.
overcome.
Like a Lonzo Ball build almost. This is a super fun 2K.
Fourth quarter getting going here. It's time
Underrated.
for a Sprite Spark
Where do
of the
people
Game
rate
report.
2K12?
Let's go to Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, for that great stretch the Heat just put together, they get the Sprite Spark Award. That big second quarter is where they took control, and they
I'll try,
haven't slowed
but
up
I won't.
since.
Terrific stuff, Doris. Thank you. That was quite a run they had, Clark.
Yeah, I tell you what, Kevin, scoring
No,
bursts
hold
like
on.
that
Was that
often
Chalmers
tell the
on
story,
him?
really. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
And that's been the case today. I mean, that's what you'd have to point to, I think, is the defining moment in this ballgame.
Fourth quarter on the court for the Bobcats. Hutchinson, he's in at point guard. Tyrus Thomas
Immediately
on
turned the
Boris
ball
Diaw. Then it's McGuire. And it's Henderson in at the shooting guard.
Guys, you take a look at that box score. 5 turnovers for him. I think he's got to avoid the high-risk plays. Just be solid out there. You look at their scoring. Mid-range jumpers account for 6 of their last 10 points.
Well, defensively, they're doing a nice job of keeping them out of the paint, but you got to give them credit. They're knocking down shots.
Backing him down, Thomas.
Tyrese Thomas, you got to finish on Mario Chalmers.
And it's Miami with the rebound. Chalmers has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Another board for them, and they've got a huge advantage in that regard.
Yeah, it's not really a surprise. I mean,
No! Oh, I went through so many screens.
Barometers in winning basketball games, and if you rebound better, you typically are going to win ball games and do it comfortably.
He's guarded by Haslam. Here's Hutchinson. Another shot. Wade with the block.
Unfortunately, he just has not been able to produce offensively.
I tried.
The finger roll finish. A little finesse for you, folks.
Bobcats trail by 20. Got a piece of it.
Too many people in the paint. I just want to get it down to Tyrese Thomas.
Clock at 6. Henderson kicks to Thomas. It's stolen by Wade.
I'll tell you what, they're struggling to protect the ball here. Kind of a messy second half.
LeBron right side. LeBron right side. The feed to Chalmers. There's the dish to Wade. No good on the 3.
No, come on, Boris D. I didn't even call for the ball.
He was just waiting for that one.
LeBron kicks to Bosh. There's the pass to Wade. Haslam a screen. Ball's knocked loose. The shot by Wade.
I couldn't get to him.
Clock ticks down.
When the defense has to commit so much attention to him, he's just an important part of this offense.
Oh, I missed the
So he
dunk.
earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Well, it was a tough season last year for Charlotte, not making the playoffs, really struggling after surging the previous couple of years.
And please
Their
get the
record
starters
against
out,
Eastern
Miami.
Conference
Please, so I
opponents
can
did not
stat
help.
pad.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Then for the Bobcats, Kwame Brown. He's checked in for Thomas. Chris Bosh comes in for Boris Diaw. And DJ Augustine subbed in for McGuire. With the Bobcats in the Eastern Conference, you know, part of that is just also the division that they play in. Very, very difficult.
Yeah, hard as heck.
My bad, Big
30
Z.
losses against the East, but that's understandable when you have to see the Heat, Magic, and Atlanta Hawks 4 times a year. Those are all playoff.
Oh,
Dudley, the rebound.
He came away empty there, and that's a shot that should probably go down.
I agree, Steve.
It's a pick by Ilgauskas. Taken away.
Turnover starting to become a factor here, guys. They've got to reverse that trend.
Thank you,
Controls the
Prisbilla.
rebound and puts it back up and in.
Excellent hustle right there, fellas.
It was. He burrowed his way right in there for that tip-in.
And that's important. I mean, it's amazing how often those second chance points make the difference in a ball game.
Well, he was being overly optimistic there, thinking he could make that pass.
Augustine passes to Brown. Six on the shot clock. A 10-footer. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Again, they
Come on
attack
now.
the hoop from the lane, and it's been really good to them.
Yeah, they're getting whatever they want down there. That's 4 of their last.
It's
5
different when
buckets
Dwyane
coming
Wade,
in the
LeBron James, and Chris Bosh are in the game. No offense, Mike Miller.
Now here's Dudley. Puts up a 3. And again, it's the Heat missing.
He stole that rebound from
Struggling
me.
a little bit on the glass. They've got to pick up their physical play in the paint.
Yeah, it's about being tougher and more physical, just as you
I
said,
keep
Steve.
doing
If they can do
that.
better, they've got a chance to come back.
Here is House. And a moment to check out Miami, who they've got coming up. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town.
I
for
hope
the
they
next one.
beat your butt.
That will complete this 4-game
Hope
homestand.
Oklahoma City shit teaches you guys a lesson.
Cyrus Thomas is checked in for Brown. Diaw comes in for Joel Prisbilla.
They learn you
Spaghetti
won.
in for Augustine. Here's Hutchinson. Miami
Jesus.
grabs the miss. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for him. House dishes to Dampier. It's Miller on the wing. He's guarded by Thomas. There's the block.
He still hasn't been able to convert from the field. He's just struggling to find his shot.
And good on the basket. Booking.
Living a little room service down with that dish.
Here is
That's my
House.
bad. I wasn't pressing.
Tries to snap the cold streak. Here's Dampier. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. They get Boris Diaw.
Well, you knew Miami would be a new big power in the East with the big three in tow. They didn't disappoint, blowing right by their conference win total from the prior season.
Yeah, Clark, what you were saying before, the Heat before LeBron and Bosh came won 32 games in all. But with them on board, they won 38 games. Steve, very nice number.
Yeah, and that 38 was only bested by the Bulls' 39 Eastern Conference wins. So Miami.
Ooh, another Eddie House bucket. That's definitely ball game.
And this one's pretty much wrapped up.
And they know
Who was the timeout for? To just like yell at us for giving that 3 up?
Charlotte calls timeout. They're behind by 21. 1:58 left in the fourth quarter.
Come on, man.
Here's Diaw.
And you know, guys, shoot-arounds have been a tradition in the NBA for a long time, but in recent years,
I see where you were
a lot
going
of
with,
teams
Boris.
have decided to eliminate shoot-arounds or make them later in the day, based on scientific studies about proper sleeping habits.
Blocked again. And they get it back.
Well, sometimes he
We
really
get tons of
lacks the
blocks.
confidence he needs when he's driving to the basket.
Takes a three. Gets it to go. 19 points in the game. You know, the other thing about eliminating morning shoot-arounds, the research said that having players on a later schedule is actually a good thing.
You know, Kevin, you think about it. I mean, normally you have your most energy in the middle of the day, but most games are played at night. So if you're on a later schedule, it's probably a way for players to have a little more energy at tip-off as long as they take advantage of being able to come in later.
Here's House. Connects from...
And at that time I did all that. Okay, my bad, Eddie House.
By 20.
He's just filling the stat sheet. I mean, what hasn't he done out there today?
Well, Steve, you know what we call a guy who fills the stat sheet, don't you? He is a stat sheet stuffer supreme. They have a nice lead here and have really controlled the glass for the majority of the game. Kudos to them for their strong effort on the
Shout out
back.
to Big Z just bringing it up. He's like, no, you going to guard him full court? I'll bring it up, get the assist.
Coming out and playing a very physical game here.
Like, I'll walk it up.
Do it. That should seal the deal.
Yep, I agree. Closing it out with relish.
Trade me for Mike Miller.
Here's Hutchinson. The shot is off.
To the Heat.
Miami will go the other way with the ball. Hutchinson gets called for the reach. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Frustration foul there. You've got to maintain your composure.
Yeah, he lost his cool there, Steve. I mean, you can understand it, but you can't excuse it.
Here is House. Shot clock at 6. And Dudley kicks to Miller. Over Diaw. No good. Takes the three. Misses there. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin.
Doing what I can.
Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, Kevin Harlan saying see you next time.
They're going to yell at me in that press conference. And I might say something crazy because I think I might demand a trade if I could do that.
Congratulations on making your way into the starting lineup.
Oh, thank you.
Did Coach give you any sort of indication that this might be coming, or was it a total surprise?
We talked about it some. He's been really great in talking to me about my progress and what my role is on this team. And lately, he's been mentioning the fact that it was time for me to step up and take on a greater role. I know I can be just as effective in the starting lineup as I have been off the bench, and now it's time to go out and show it.
Okay. Hurt my league-wide popularity, but I guess it helped my team chemistry or whatever. Oh, it didn't help my team chemistry. It helped my local popularity. Defend the home court. Okay, that was the first game in the starting lineup. Bobcats. All right, hold on. Let's see what we can cook up. Oh, we need 50. Why don't I have any A-plus teammates? I've been playing pretty bad. I need to play better. Okay. This is an easier start. This is an easier second start. Much more our pace as the Charlotte Bobcats. The game against the 76ers at home. Defend our home court, right? First home start. Can't get booed at home. Get the assist up. I am a point guard.
Last meeting this season against the Bobcats.
And I thought there were some very creative things that they tried at the offensive end. They got great movement and spacing, and it really paid off for them.
Well, me too, Steve. I mean, we both like to view ourselves as students of the game, and I was really impressed with a lot of the set plays they ran. They knew exactly how to attack that defense.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Williams and Iguodala in the backcourt. Brand and Spates are in the middle, and it's Young in at the three.
Probably held ball too long there, almost felt like, but okay.
He's in at the point. Boris Diaw is out there with Maggette. Then it's Henderson, and it's Thomas in at the center position. Now here is Brand.
Got me.
After Henderson's miss. Williams can't get it to go.
I really like the fact, guys, that Philly was able to battle their way back into the playoffs last season and just ended up running into a very focused and supremely talented Miami Heat team.
And Doris Burke spoke with Doug Collins. Doris?
Kevin, adding a few more pump fakes is what he is instructing his inside players to do. They are facing a good shot blocking team, and if they can keep them guessing on when to jump, they'll be in a better position to get uncontested looks at the hoop. Not an easy thing to do with a shot blocker hanging around, Kevin.
Wonderful stuff, Doris. Thanks. What approach to use against the opposing, I guess, in the front of their minds, it sounds like, Clark.
Yeah, well, it's a tall task when you take on a team as sound defensively as they are, so you just have to be sharp in your execution.
I know.
Yeah, you got to be sharp, but you also have to attack. I mean, if you're not aggressive against this team,
I know Will can't guard
you, and all of a sudden they'll have control of the game.
Back to that playoff series you were talking about, Clark. Philly gave it their best, but Miami just had too much power for them. They did win a game in Philadelphia on that Sunday afternoon. I think it was Easter Sunday.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Nice win for Doug Collins in those Sixers. But, Steve, this is just the beginning, I think, for the
Thank you for the help, boys.
I thought it was a great win for Philadelphia. Just winning that one game kind of validated what they accomplished during the regular season, and it sets the stage for what comes next.
Good job snagging that.
Oh, he had a great look at that, but really good defense contesting that
Just
shot.
kept going, Tyrus. I threw that lob.
He's coming off a 19-point game against the Heat in Miami. Diaw, the screen.
What? I was trying to hop step and then maybe do a spin crazy move.
Here's Iguodala. Off the pick. It's hauled in by Thomas.
Couldn't convert, but nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
He's covered by Iguodala. Deflects the pass.
Oh, no, I got it.
Here's Hutchinson.
Oh, I missed it. Turnover?
And the
Turnover.
pass goes out of bounds, and they'll turn it over.
That was the right pass, though. If I get that to him and he catches it, he can go up with it. We need this win bad.
They're down in 9th place so far.
I'm playing like dog shit. I already got 2 turnovers.
And of course, there's the Bobcats, a game behind.
You know, when you check out Charlotte, they've had a tough time setting themselves apart from the pack this season.
Yeah, they sure have. It's really been one of those years where nothing really gets
most
going.
space with hair.
There's never kind of an ignition that kicks in for this club. They just kind of seem to hover around the middle all year.
Gets it to go.
Good job pulling the trigger when the defense opened up for him. He had an opportunity, took advantage of it.
Williams picks him up. It's tipped. Thomas. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, I think last year when the Bobcats traded Gerald Wallace, they lost a part of their soul and their identity. And it's tough to win when you lose a guy like that, but they did get a couple of draft picks, and that will help them in this rebuilding process.
The 76ers making a switch right here. Nocione's checked in. And Clark, back to that trade Steve was just talking about. We both like Gerald Wallace a great deal,
Yep.
but that's, I think, what was the key. When you saw that he was let go, you knew the Bobcats were starting to look to the future.
Yeah, starting to do an about face, and those draft picks will help them not only get more talent, but also get a little younger as well. And it's not going to be easy. It never is, but I think
Okay.
right.
Yeah, like I said, Lou Will is not. This is not Dwyane Wade.
Defense just isn't set up at the other end.
And sometimes when it happens that way, it almost feels like a 4-point bucket.
Now here's Iguodala.
That's Iggy,
On the
though.
scoreboard.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Maggette with a screen on Williams. Maggette outside. Now here's Diaw. 6 on the shot clock. Lots of room. Again, the Bobcats score.
Boy, he set him up beautifully with that assist. Room service.
Let's go, Corey McGee. Let's go.
The 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
You know, even though Philly got bounced early by the Heat last year, you have to think it was a very valuable learning experience for that team, especially as young as they are.
And the Bobcats making a change here. Chris Bosh checked in. Here's Iguodala. He's coming off a 16-point game against Milwaukee. Back to what you said, Clark, about the 76ers. With their youth, any playoff exposure is a big boost.
Yes.
And Steve, Doug Collins
Nah,
talked
Lou.
about this. Hey, we're going to get great experience here for this young team.
Yeah, and a lot of their young players got to see a lot of action during that series, and of course playing against a great team like Miami.
That was a terrible shot. I'm
the
trying
best,
to hop
there's no
step
better
to the rim.
experience for a young club.
Now here's Williams. 11 points for him in that
Oh,
last
Andre
game against the
Iguodala.
Bucks in Milwaukee.
He worked his way around the bigger man and found the hoop.
On the floppy.
Yeah, really nice play. Wasn't bothered at all.
The pass to Henderson.
Yeah, Iggy on you.
5 on the clock. He's covered by Iguodala. The shot misses. And the 76ers go the other way. This game.
Oh,
coming
no,
after a
Sione.
loss
Good lay.
against the Bucks.
Yeah, that was a cold day for them from the three-point line, and instead of adjusting, they kept firing away from out there. I was surprised they didn't try to work the ball inside.
Yeah, I was too, but hindsight being 20/20,
My bad. For the
locking
tip.
into the three-point shot and making that their weapon of choice, not a good idea.
The layup has to go.
Antonio Daniels checked in for Lou Williams.
Who's at the point
Here's
now?
Daniels.
But you look at Spates and you see the unlimited potential. He's got a great jump shot. He's strong. He can score around the basket. But he's still trying to find his game and figure out his place on the floor. And he's still a young guy, so hopefully he'll eventually carve out his niche in this league.
He has 5.
Okay, DeBoer.
Now working against Brand.
You know what to do
Just
with
his
it.
first attempt. That's good.
And again, the lead changes hands.
Yep, back and forth we go, Steve. I mean, back and forth, neither side caving in.
And here are the 76ers now. They trail by 1. Shot clock at 6. Here's Daniels. They rule this one goaltended. Off the
Jesus.
shot.
Hey, took the lead, bigger lead while I was on the bench.
5 seconds left in the first quarter of the
You gotta go
game.
shoot it. I'll shoot it.
Three-pointer Augustine. Got it off in time.
Selfish,
It's no
bro.
good. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Bobcats lead by 5.
And I thought the key in that first quarter.
Selfish.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Hutchinson in at point guard. Boris Diaw is out there with Tyrus Thomas. Then it's McGuire. And it's Augustine in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Bobcats.
Carving them up inside there, Kevin. I mean, the defense has been vulnerable in there.
Yeah, that's 3 straight field goals in the paint area. That's really good offense.
Shoots off the screen. And so
Okay,
he
good
draws the
floaty.
foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, it was a tough season last year for Charlotte, not making the playoffs.
You've heard, Steve.
Struggling after surging the previous couple of years.
Talk about Philly.
And their record against Eastern Conference opponents did not help.
Jesus, that was
Thaddeus
bad.
Young. He's checked in for the 76ers.
Pissed me off talking about our bad
Bobcats in
season.
the Eastern Conference, you know,
I wasn't
part of that
here.
is-
I'm here now.
It's just also the division that they play in. Very, very difficult.
Yeah, hard as heck, Kevin. I mean, 30 losses against the East, but that's understandable when you have to see the Heat, Magic, and Atlanta Hawks 4 times a year. Those are all playoff teams.
Thomas a screen. Dishes it to Augustine.
You serious?
Williams. Augustine, that's good.
Okay, that's one to shoot.
Got his first points of the night. The 76ers trailed by 4. Down low, Brackens. He's guarded by Diaw. The feed to Hawks. And here is Turner. Last game he had 13. Shot clock at 2. Young's shot is off. The kick out to Williams. Here is Brackens. He's guarded by Diaw. Brackens, that's good. He has 6.
Doug Collins was just what the 76ers needed, it seemed, as he was able to turn them around from a lottery team and get them back into the playoffs.
Good mid-range.
Six to shoot. He passes to
3-point
Augustine.
shooter.
Picked up by Turner. Here's Hutchinson. And good. Coming
Hey, now.
on the assist by DJ Augustine. Back to Doug Collins.
He's a
He
rock
brings
star.
a more deliberate approach to his teams, and I think, Steve, teams like that change of pace a little bit. Doug's a great teacher.
He sure is. And I thought the 76ers really benefited from Doug's presence last year. He gave them some structure. He gave them an identity. And by the end of the season, they were really a good team.
There we go. There's a hop step I've been
11
asking for.
points in the game.
That's not a defensive matchup that's going to work out too often. I mean, it's hard to give up that much size.
Outside Williams.
Oh,
Pause, backing down. Brackens.
Greg Brackens,
And
bro.
what was that about? Not a good shot right there. Here's Hutchinson, and it's
Oh,
rejected.
crazy block.
The 76ers trailed by 7. Outside Williams. Hutchinson is tagged
Okay.
with the reach.
Second foul, first foul?
That's his first foul.
First foul.
So for the Bobcats,
But chill.
Corey Maggette.
Chill to the
is
third
checked in
quarter.
for McGuire. And it's Henderson for Augustine. And then for Philadelphia, Spates checked in for Hawes. Brand comes in for Craig Brackens. And it's Iguodala in for Evan Turner. Williams kicks to Spates. Over Thomas. And Spates gets to go.
Close Spates. I
tell
know
you what,
Spates
right
got
now,
that shot.
Mid-range jumper serving them well.
Yes,
3 ball?
it is, guys. That's 6 of
Oh,
the last 10
come
points
on.
coming from that mid-range area.
Outside Williams. Iguodala kicks to Williams. And Spates backing in. The shot is off. Now the Bobcats take it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, there weren't too many highlights for them in that one. All around,
No.
not a very good effort for that club.
It's a late Tyrus Thomas.
Defensively, nothing really came together for them. They really flipped things around offensively.
Well, anytime you can make more than half your shots, Clark, you take that any day of the week.
He's guarded by Thomas. Outside Williams. Iguodala outside. And the 3 off target.
Well, last year was the first time in Andre Iguodala's career that he had to deal with significant injuries. Missed more than 10 games. Prior to that, in his first 6 seasons, he had only missed 6 games total.
And there's the rejection. Bobcats leading by 7. Henderson dishes to McGetty. Terrific.
I thought the lob to me would have been great.
Solid play all around.
A good bucket by McGetty.
For Andre Iguodala, last season he dealt with tendonitis in his Achilles, and early in the season, Clark, I remember reading about trade rumors. That was even swirling around him.
But the Sixers rallied in spite of that, made a playoff run as well, and decided to keep Iggy on board. And when he's healthy, there's no denying that he's a special player at both ends of the floor.
Here's our 2K leaderboard with the list of the teams that have been on fire from beyond the arc over the past month. The 76ers #1.
I tell you what, when you have a month like this, the way they've been shooting it, you feel like the basket is 3 times as big as normal. I mean, it's hard to maintain this level of productivity, but we'll see if they can make it happen.
Here's Hutchinson. Rebound by the 76ers. Spates has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And what a job Doug Collins did with Philadelphia last year, taking the Sixers team to the playoffs. And they did a nice job of playing their Eastern Conference foes well.
Bobcats leading by 7. He's got 11. Puts up a 3. Rebound
Jesus.
by Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. On that Philly side, once again, still lost more than they won against the East.
Dribbling a lot, though.
A big improvement for
I know you're not really a dribbler.
Coaching a really young, developing team.
Tyrus Thomas got you.
So you want to see incremental progress. And given the year before when they went 14-38 against their conference counterparts, that was a huge leap forward to get them back close to 500.
Absolutely. Brand in the post. Diaw on him. And finished off by Brand.
You get better elevation with the one-hand dunk, and it's the most basic of all. Keep it simple.
I'm ashamed of that, but we'll move on.
Yeah, hard to mess that one up.
Here's Hutchinson. Layup off the pick.
And Charlotte's struggles
Good
last season,
job.
guys, were really reflected in their play at home. Because in previous seasons, Time Warner Cable Arena was a tough place to play. But the Bobcats' home record really fell last year.
Bobcats making a switch here. Chris Billis checked in. The 76ers also with a sub. Antonio Daniels checked in for Lou Williams. Steve, that big drop you were talking about at home is one of the reasons why the Bobcats, didn't make the playoffs. So, Clark, it's not hard to figure out why they didn't make the postseason.
Yeah, you look at it, I mean, that certainly was part of it, not being able to handle business at home. They went from 31 wins to 21. And they also had some injuries. Steven Jackson had a hamstring that was bothersome all season long, and he was their main go-to guy. So him being hurt certainly impacted.
Oh, Iggy saw the passing lane. That's my bad.
It's
I thought I saw it. To that. No, and then he. Oh.
Check it out here again with
I thought I was going to get Corey Maggette on the slam cam, and instead I got put on.
Something extra on that one. 2 scoops of ice cream after that.
Well, that's a play that's going to be remembered from this game, that's for sure.
I think that was more like a banana split, Clark.
And now, guys, still early in the second
I'll take
quarter,
it.
and that's his second foul. I'd be anxious to see if they leave him in here.
Well, once Allen Iverson left Philadelphia several seasons ago, it seemed like the 76ers lost their identity. But this past season, they started to carve out a niche for themselves. They're a young, athletic team that defends, and they play hard together.
It's intercepted.
What a great job playing the passing lane.
Deflected. About 3 seconds between shot and game.
I'm ass. Oh no, Iguodala!
Iguodala with the slam.
Boy, that was a violent throw down there.
You're telling me.
Well, you know when he goes up with both hands, it's going to go down hard.
All right, damn, we saw it the first time that you replayed it, and the first time when he did it. I was consumed by the animation. I was like, oh, there you go.
There's 21 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Maggette right side. Defended by Young. Here's Hutchinson. 2 on the clock. And it's good on the way in. Hutchinson! 17 points in the game.
Put those boys in the dirt.
Sometimes you forget how strong he is.
And so we conclude the first half.
Your Bobcats.
Bobcats out in front. Up by 7.
76ers.
Welcome, everyone, to our presentation of HP at the half. The end.
We're doing what we can. We can what we do.
The Pacers in Indianapolis
Ooh,
losing to the
Pacers got paced.
The second half just about to get going here. Here's Iguodala. So on the floor for Philadelphia. Brand and Spates are in the middle. Iggy and Young run the wings. And it's Williams at the point. Backing down is Brand. Out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Moment to see how the schedule is looking for Philadelphia. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. Here's Iguodala. 4 on the shot clock. Spates sets a screen.
Oh, who, me?
Advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
Irish
They are
Thomas,
in
okay.
attack mode right now. That's 10 straight points, guys, all coming inside the paint.
Oh, maybe I could put Zach Hutchinson on the Bobcats. They've been good, though. The Bobcats have been good without me. With Devin Harris.
They don't offer resistance. Take everything you can get in there.
And you look at Andre Iguodala's numbers over the last few seasons, his average points per game has dropped, but his shooting percentages have not gone down. I think he's just become a
And one. Oh, come on, Boris.
He understands his role better.
Good point, Stevie. You talk
Finish
about
that,
Andre
Boris.
Iguodala. It looks like he is, Clark, taking a more selective approach offensively.
Yeah, he has been, and that's a good thing because he's never really been what you would call a knockdown, pure outside shooter. I mean, until he improves that part, I think he has to focus on the other things that he does well. And it's a lot. He passes the ball, he defends, he runs in transition, he can set up other people. So as he works on that jump shot,
Boris.
continue to do those other things that he excels in.
Picked up by Maggette. Left side, Williams. Over to Yao. That's good from Williams, the assist by Iguodala.
Man, he continues to rack up the numbers.
Guys, I tell you what, this is as well-rounded a game as you'll see.
He's got 17. Here's Hutchinson. Thomas. He kicks it to Maggette. Over Williams. No good from Maggette. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Steve, you like groove, don't you?
I do. I love groove, Kevin, and I love the attack mode this team is in, too. I mean, they're really getting into the paint. They're getting whatever they want offensively.
I'm not getting posted up.
Hutchinson hits the reach-in call. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Williams, averaging 14 points a game. Left side, Williams, down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Spates. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Well, he was just a little bit off with his mechanics there for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Too far out.
Backing him down, Thomas. Diaw with it. Right now averaging 7 points a game. Diaw, the screen. Here's Hutchinson. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look.
I'm taking worse shots.
Now Young. He's got 6. He's guarded by Thomas.
Oh, my God.
Now here's Williams. He's guarded closely. And he hits it.
Oh, and how does it come on? How do I not block that? I'm right there.
Yeah, we're now starting to see them get some high percentage shots in the paint.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 buckets inside the lane, so they're getting really high percentage looks down there.
Thomas.
Ooh, I'm trying to get it to Tyrus Thomas down low.
That's a solidly executed big play. I mean, it paid dividends with that nice dunk.
Exactly the result they were looking for.
Yeah, it worked so well. I mean, he got set, did not shuffle his feet. Really well done there offensively.
Let's quickly now take a peek at the league leaders in blocks. We'll take a look at Thomas. Second in the NBA. A great defender.
Well, anybody on this list, Kevin, is going to have the ability to get stops in a spectacular fashion, in a game-changing, dramatic fashion, in a crowd-pleasing way. That's what shot blockers do.
Here's Iguodala. He's got 9.
Well, credit the defense, but you've got to be more careful with the ball.
And the
Hey now.
Tyrus Thomas.
Boy, how about
Big Tyrus Thomas.
Lobbed it up there nice and soft.
He's the leader of the team. It's his team. I'm just on it.
Easy catch.
Well, the pass may have been soft, but the dunk was anything but.
Now here's Williams. He's guarded closely. Iguodala outside. And Young backs in. Rebounded by...
I just said he ran him over.
Maggetti's got 3 rebounds.
Oh, we up 10.
Substitution for Bobcats. DJ White.
Bobcats leading by 10. Iguodala outside. No Sione with it. Ball's knocked loose.
Oh, come on.
Clock at 6. Hutchinson gets called.
That's my third.
That's his 3rd foul.
And that's our second already?
So we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And the
I didn't
first
know.
one drops.
My bad.
Even though they're down, I like their mentality. Work it inside and try to create.
I'm letting it back in the game. I have been this
I like
entire
it as well.
time.
I mean, you just can't assume that you can shoot your way back.
With a
into
negative
it when you're
asset.
down. You got to grind it out, and part of that is getting the ball inside.
Right up.
And one.
Drops in the layup for 2. He's got 19.
And all 10 of their last points have come inside the paint, so defensively you've got to make an adjustment.
Yeah, and you got to do a little more to stop it, too. I mean, it's coming way too easy for him. At some points, you just got to buck up and say it's not going to happen.
25-5 in a single game.
Here is Sangaila, covered by Maggetti. Sangaila passes to Nocioni. The dish to Turner. 13 feet out. The shot, no good. And Charlotte the other way now. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home.
Oh,
It's going to be 2 free throws.
are drawn.
Contact on the shot. And here's a look at what's coming up for the Bobcats. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them.
Going to the line. Hutchinson. Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Turner. A ways to get back into it, but they've got some time.
He is to avoid mistakes and make each possession count.
Yeah, and I think the tendency can be to really rush or push the game a little bit. I think they need to avoid that.
I know Evan Turner really ain't got that 3 ball.
Back to Iguodala. Shot clock at 5. Knocked away.
You know, you look at his numbers, guys, and what concerns me is the turnovers. He's got 4 already.
That's all bad.
He's just been careless with the ball.
The 76ers trailed by 13. He dishes it to Nocioni. Now here's Turner. Defense is right there.
Sanglaga.
The 76ers with another miss.
Very porous defense down there by the.
Oh, why would I throw that?
I really don't like what I'm seeing their last couple of possessions, Kevin. That's 2 turnovers in a row. Careless turnovers.
And 1.
Yeah, they're getting a little casual with the ball. They've got to nip that in the bud right now.
My 4th foul. I'm out of here.
Official right on top of that.
Yeah.
7-point game. Our lead, though.
Shooting Philadelphia. Taking 2 shots. 73.
Turner covering.
Oh.
Five to shoot. Launches it. No good. The 76ers trailed by 7. Hutchinson, he's in at point guard. Maggette out there with McGuire. Then there's Boris Diaw, and it's Augustine in at the 2. That's the Bobcats 5. Iguodala with the bucket.
But you've got to get the ball out of his hands, bring an extra defender, and force somebody else to beat you.
I agree with you. Make him give it up.
Kicks it to
That's my bad. I was late on the pass. No
There's a
zip on it
screen.
either.
Picked up by Turner.
Green
Augustine
assist. I'll
makes
take
good.
it.
And the Bobcats lead by 7.
That's 5 straight hoops in the paint. What a fantastic job of attacking the rim.
Well, Steve, they're getting the looks that they want down there, so might as well keep going right at the rim. If there's no resistance, then make them pay. Not much resistance for him after that.
I'm not going to do that before the end of the game,
He had all sorts of
probably.
space to hit the shot.
I'll try, though.
Up with it. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Augustine's got 10 points here in the second half. Now here's Turner. Iguodala left side. Over Maggette. And Iguodala with the basket, the assist by Turner. 17 points for Iguodala. Bobcats leading by 5. Pass to Maggette. Feeds it to McGuire. The rebound by Turner.
Tell you what, it seems like all it takes is just a little bit of defense for him to be tentative on those layup attempts.
You give him an opening like that one, he'll take advantage.
Great looking transition that time, guys.
And here's Augustine.
I can't even get over there. Evan Turner's bumping me so much.
Defended by Young.
Shoot it.
With the clock winding down, it's hauled in by the 76ers.
my bad.
After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. Now here's Turner. D right on him. The Bobcats with the lead.
Nah, brother.
And he
That's what I was looking for.
Here's the replay on this right slam cam.
Boy, that dunk got everybody up off their seat.
Maggette will get on full the slam
How could
kick.
they not? I mean, he put the cherry on top of the sundae on that one.
And the 76ers call time here.
He wants to make a few adjustments out there, and he's running through those with his team right now.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what Doug Collins was saying to the team. He was riding them pretty hard for the number of silly fouls they've committed in this game. He said, listen, we need to have some defensive discipline. Stop biting on the shot fakes, stop reaching in, and stop giving them free points at the free throw line. We'll see if they'll respond, guys.
Thanks, Doris. And it goes out of bounds following the shot.
Charlotte ball.
Bobcats leading by 5. White down low, covered by Brand.
Damn.
Spades with it, stolen by Maggette. Here's the break. And
no, what the
stolen by Spades.
I lost it.
It's 2-on-1. Puts it up. Iguodala no good.
Come on.
Now
7
Maggette.
turnovers is crazy.
Here's Hutchinson, and 2 free throws
Foul.
coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. That one is on Brand.
That's his third.
Don't give up anything for free. I like that. Send him to the line.
Yeah, they don't want to sit back and watch you lay it in. I mean, make them earn it. Make them earn it. Don't give up anything easy.
Boris Diaz checked in for Charlotte. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for
I
Philadelphia.
think I went 11 for 12 in
The
the free throw line.
76ers trailed by 7. Now Iguodala. Here's Williams. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish.
Well, I tell you what, guys, his struggles from the field have definitely taken their toll on the team today.
He feeds it to Diaw. Here's Hutchinson.
I'm not trying to do the floater.
Charlotte again missing.
I'm trying to hop step. Do I need to
And they're
sprint for
moving
that? I need to go
It's
through the
loose.
training mode again.
Here's Diaw. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Philadelphia foul. His fourth, second team.
And that one falls for Diaw. Here's Williams. The pass to
Oh, hold on
Spades.
now. Oh, you can't pass the ball lazy, Robbie.
Outside Williams. Iguodala outside.
Crisp, fast pass
That
around me. Oh,
drops,
my
and it
God.
comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got 4 assists in the game. Clark, if they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Amen. I think that's the best option.
Of course, take some time.
The tray, and that one's good.
3 ball right back.
They stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there.
Oh, I did?
It's the bench.
Now they're feeling confident. And they're in a
I've
good
never done
flow.
that when they asked me to do that.
Why not just keep firing?
I was really hooping. What?
Here's Iguodala. Dishes to Williams. There's the feed to Spades. Thomas is on him. Williams kicks to Iguodala. Outside Williams. 6 to shoot. Looking to get it going. Open look. No good from Spades.
Not a bad look, though. You like his chances to make that one.
You sure do, but he can't hit them all.
Oh, no, and one.
They're too late, and he'll go to the line. And he doesn't
Second
get the
missed free
first
throw
one to
down.
fall. And he's good on the second. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Williams. Not a lot of room. And Spades backing in. The jump hook.
We live with it.
Spades missing again.
And the defense did just enough to throw him off that shot.
Here's Hutchinson. Up and in.
30 ball.
On the layup. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Outside Williams. Iguodala. Got a piece of it.
5 turnovers for him in
Maggette.
the game. Guys, that's making it really hard for them to close the gap.
He passes to Thomas.
Red Tyrus.
Right side Thomas.
Like, even if he made it, I don't think I would give him an assist, but they took a lot of
Philadelphia took it
dribbles.
the other way.
A three ball from Louisville. That might go, yeah.
They just lost him on the break that time defensively. I mean, he slid out to the three-point line and had plenty of room.
No, come on. That was just a bad pass.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And finished off.
And I got dunked on.
Well, that's the problem.
They have like 9 turnovers.
Defense just isn't set up at the other end.
And sometimes when it happens that way, it almost feels like a 4-point bucket.
Here's Hutchinson. He buries it. And the Bobcats lead by 10.
And one.
That's going to do it.
Should have been.
This thing is pretty much over. They played well.
Well, it has been a bit anticlimactic the end of the game, but sometimes that's the way it goes.
Here is Williams. Kicks it out to Iguodala.
He's gonna hold it.
Shoots from 12. Again, Philadelphia.
He shouldn't be afraid to take that shot more often. He's solid from there.
Hutchinson. So it's Charlotte picking up the win.
Hey, we get a win at home. 8-point win over Philly. Love to see it.
Is a good win.
Thanks for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time. But first, let's check out the Jordan player of the game.
Oh, key game multiplier. Player of the game. Ugh. Ugh. Ooh, tough dunk. 3 ball. Up and under. Throw some lobs. Get out to McGetty for the big dunk. Out to Boris for an air one. 3 ball. Eight assists, 8 rebounds, 4 steals. I know I had a block, I think. $32, 8, 8, 4. No blocks, no, my bad. What they got to say to me in the presser? What we cooking?
Good game out there tonight. It seemed like you were spreading yourself around out there pretty well. Scored some points, grabbed some rebounds, had some assists. Is an all-around game something you really pride yourself on?
Yeah, I would say that's probably true. I think it's important to contribute to the team in any way I can. So
yeah, I'm just trying to win games,
I
man.
get too caught up in my offense. You can't forget about things like crashing the boards and getting your teammates involved. The more everyone's working together, the stronger the team's going to be. I felt like I had a pretty good game tonight, and hey, we got the win.
Oh, everything's going up because it was a great game. We play one more, make this video super long. Show our abilities now that we're in the starting lineup. Speaking of abilities, this close to being able to buy one. $16K for those. Now I'll have to wait till after the season for my dribbles and stuff like that. Oh, my pass is pretty low for a point guard. I do one more, you know. I like a little bit. Oh, I was named player of the week, so I got a little bit more. I got 1,000. They'll probably ask me about that after this game. Three or more steals against the Hornets. Shooting under 42% from the field. Oh no.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports.
Oh, I'm going up against Chris Paul.
This NBA
If he steals my ass.
This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines.
Defend our house, though.
Cooking for the Bobcats in the midst of this homestand here in Charlotte, getting their first look of the season at this Hornets team. They lost both of the matchups in this interconference battle a season ago. They'd like to change that now.
Yeah, they got swept in the 2 games that they played against this club last year. They lost both of them.
Now the opening lineup for the New Orleans Hornets, presented by State Farm. Ariza is the 3. Rounding out the front court.
Well, I was about to say there's one steal, but no, they didn't give it to me.
Hutchinson, he's in at point guard. Tyrus Thomas out there with Boris Diaw. Then it's Henderson, and it's Maggette in at the 3. You talked about what happened between these two teams last year, Steve. It was a pretty one-sided affair.
Yep, they just had a hard time finding anything that worked against these guys, Kevin. They really did. It was tough for them.
Makes sense.
And I think Doris Burke has
Okafor outlet.
Right now. Doris?
I caught up with Coach Monty Williams. Their main focal point is going to be defense, according to him. He said, I want my guys putting a body on every shooter and battling for every rebound. This could turn into a pretty physical basketball game by the sound of it, guys.
Thank you very much, Doris. So it's mainly Clark and Steve about defense for them early on.
Well, you know what I mean. It's pretty simple. The fewer points you allow, the fewer you have to score for yourself. I mean, that's elementary.
Yeah, and particularly in this game, I think it makes sense. I mean, establish the defensive end of the floor, try to convert some buckets in transition off the defense, and try to take control of the game that way.
And so it's the Bobcats getting on the board first. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots it up. West.
Oh, come on.
And last season, the Hornets were not a big scoring team. In fact, they finished in the bottom 5 in points per game in the league. But it was more a case of just tempo than actual offensive efficiency. They played a very slow style of basketball.
And so here is Charlotte following the miss by David West. Here's Diaw.
Almost got there.
The rebound.
Well, with only 1 attempt so far falling, this is not looking good. 1 for 4 so far.
And Steve, you're talking about,
I mean,
points
well,
scored per game.
both teams are
style or
having some tough
Clark,
starts.
They kind of took to that style of play, that slower style.
Yeah, they really actually had guys that were more suited to playing a possession-by-possession game, more of a half-court game, and that deliberate tempo really made sense for them.
Tries a 3, and the officials call
over the back.
A little too aggressive there.
He was climbing all over the defender on that one, no doubt.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, a pretty easy over-the-back call right there, partner.
Now here's Paul. He's covered closely. Back to Ariza. And West backs in. Fires it up.
Okay, bucket.
But it drops.
Known for being an upbeat and energetic guy in Portland, Monty Williams brought that same attitude over to New Orleans. You have to think that outlook helped in making the postseason, even when dealing with a lot of injuries.
Here's Henderson.
The bucket, Henderson. The bucket.
Under 5
Move the ball
minutes
around.
left to play in the first quarter. Paul outside. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Paul's got his first basket of the night. Great thought there, Clark, on Williams. After the Hornets missed the playoffs, Steve, in 2010, They needed his upbeat attitude, and you won't find a better character guy among head coaches in the NBA. He is a terrific individual.
I agree, Kevin. He was the perfect fit for that Hornets team.
And Chris Bosh.
He's a really good guy. He's a good, solid coach. Worked with Nate McMillan over
Bucket
the years,
Henderson.
as you mentioned, Clark. And I think he brought that experience, put it to use, and did an excellent job with the Hornets.
The pass to West. Diaw on him. West can't hit. Charlotte trailing. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
They really cashed in on all the fouls they drew. It was a very physical game, and they used it to their advantage.
Steve, I like the fact they didn't mind mixing it up a little bit, did they? I mean, they certainly kept the refs occupied and busy.
Okay, the floater didn't go.
2 free throws now for him.
Oh, good though.
And Charlotte's struggles last season, guys, were really reflected in their play at home. Because in previous seasons, Time Warner Cable Arena was a tough place to play. But the Bobcats' home record really fell last year.
Steve, that big drop you were talking about at home is one of the reasons why the Bobcats, didn't make the playoffs. So Clark,
these free throws back under control.
It's not hard to figure out why they didn't make the postseason.
Yeah, you look at it, I mean, that certainly was part of it, not being able to handle business at home. They went from 31 wins to 21. And they also had some injuries. Stephen Jackson had a hamstring that was bothersome all season.
Oh, Spaghetti!
Two guys, so him being hurt certainly
Love
impacted
it.
that home record.
That first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
Up 5. Protect our home court.
Here is McGuire. Wide, a screen on Paul. Here's Hutchinson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Okay.
For Landry, his production stayed just about the same between Sacramento and New Orleans.
You love that consistency. He's the kind of guy, a rotation player who can be effective off the bench or as a starter. And his production really took a big jump in the playoffs, even though because he scored a lot more for the Hornets. They gave the Lakers all they wanted in that first round.
And the Hornets were missing West, so it was a great fit for Landry to be there.
Excellent point,
already.
He had an opportunity and took advantage of it.
Here's Jack. Averaging 6 points per contest.
Nowhere near that pass lane, and I hit accident.
Just 5 to shoot. And they get it. And they'll turn over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Take a look at the Mavericks. Here in the middle of the season, they're in great shape, sitting atop the conference. And, of course, there's the Hornets. They're way down there.
I think for the Hornets, they've got to do something to create some momentum, to light a fire under themselves and break out of the middle of the pack.
Okay, Timber 3 bucks from home, too.
That's something they actually have in them. I don't think there's enough talent and enough chemistry on this team to really push forward.
Ariza outside. Pass to Paul.
Chris Paul with defense. Hold on.
Goes up with the strike.
Block, no. Oh.
Landry is called
A loose ball foul called.
That'll be his second foul of the game. With a switch, the Hornets. Smith has checked in. The Hornets.
Jason Smith.
.58 seconds left here in the first quarter. Coming off a stellar performance against Philadelphia. Lifts up. And he can extend the lead to double digits.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick. Just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
Deflected by Ariza. Another block.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this offense and their defense.
Going right at him.
Can't steal this from Trevor Ariza?
You start picking apart the defense.
Come on, Trevor Ariza.
Their confidence away. You can really take control of this game.
Here's Jack. 6 to shoot. New Orleans needs to get off a shot.
There's no way.
Paul for 3. Again, the miss by Paul. Here's Hutchinson. Buried from outside.
No, that's it. That's good.
I don't know. I think we may see
It's a bang out.
here? That was pretty close. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off?
I did.
Time?
Well, now that we can see the replay, it looks like he did get the shot off in time.
He
It
did.
looked that way to me originally, and that's the call we should see here.
You're right. I think he got it off. But anytime it's as close a call as that was, in a big situation like this, it's always smart to take a closer look.
And they're going to count it. They're over.
It's a bucket.
The original call after looking at the replay.
Just throw it in the bag.
That's exactly why we have this rule in place. And I like it. Each basket is so important in these games that you just got to make sure you get it right at the end of the quarter.
And it.
Tipping off the new year.
Oh, now.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway.
Oh.
Here's Paul.
Oh, I'm at shooting guard. Don't got to guard Chris Paul no more.
So the Hornets 5 right now. Jason Smith is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then it's Chris Paul. Then it's Okafor. And it's Green in at the 2 guard. Bobcats leading by 12. Moghetti
Oh, come on, Moghetti. You still got to take it up.
Lets the 3 fly.
All right, hit my last
The rebound goes to the Hornets. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, they shot such a high percentage in that game, and I thought that was the difference. That's why they ended up winning.
Well, you know, they got good shots. They created a lot of low open looks for each other, but even when
Chris
they
Paul.
weren't open, they still made some tough shots.
Those are shots he shouldn't be afraid to take. He can make them.
And you know what, guys? Even though the Hornets did not take the Lakers down in the playoffs, they gave them a healthy scare.
Got pulled out of bounds.
Got a piece of it. Ariza against Spaghetti. 5 to shoot. Here's Hutchinson. Good from 11 feet out.
There we go.
Points for him. More on the Hornets. A lot of people thought the Lakers would roll right by them. Steve, they thought that LA would sweep them.
Yeah, and it took 6 games for the Lakers to get past them. New Orleans gave them all they could handle. Chris Paul just diced that Laker defense. And that was a good series. Really well played and hard fought.
And it's Smith missing.
Cannot count on him to miss a good look like that
They
very
got in
often.
front of Tyrus. Oh, okay. It just like bounced off of Chris Paul's leg.
Now here's Green.
I don't get any of those steals.
Averaging 10 points per contest. Okafor, the pass to Green. Back to Okafor. Outside, Green. He passes to Paul. 3 on the clock. The Bobcats pull it in.
I did all I could.
Thomas got 4 rebounds in this game.
Chris Paul still had a fantastic season a year ago, but the numbers slipped a little bit, and you have to wonder, with that knee injury, can he sustain his production over the coming years?
The Hornets trail by 11.
No.
Green inside, covered by Moghetti.
Oh, I'm here.
Outside, Green. Back to Paul. Paul is doubled. The fadeaway. Good.
Oh, my goodness.
Paul's got 5 points so far. Talking about Paul's injuries, a lot of games missed now, and his career never a good sign.
No, it's a little bit of a cause for concern. I don't think it's a cause for panic, but...
There we go. Shut up. Tyrus Thomas big though.
Great lob, great catch.
Chris Paul just retired this year in real life.
And not just with any old finish either. The big stuff.
Yeah,
Injury
something
schminjuries.
for everybody, Kevin.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Well, Charlotte came into last season on a high, having made the playoffs, and then a year ago they slipped back in a lot of ways. They made changes. The coaching changed. Larry Brown moved on. They traded Gerald Wallace. So it was, in many ways, a rebuilding year for the franchise.
Bobcats making a switch here. Henderson's checked in. David West, he's checked in for New Orleans. Here's Paul. He's got 5. Backs down. Okafor kicks to Paul.
Ooh.
Right at the free throw line. And the jumper is on the mark. Paul's got his third basket of the night. Back to Charlotte, and Steve, you're just talking about that. You thought they were turning the corner the year prior, but they couldn't keep the momentum going. They changed coaches. You talked about the injury moments ago about Jackson. They had a lot of things that kind of got in their way.
Well, even that playoff team from a couple of years back, Kevin, you don't know how much higher the ceiling was for that group, so you almost have to think that rebuilding is the right step for them going forward, even if the fans might have to suffer through some tough years. Sometimes you got to tear it down to build it back up in a better fashion.
Foul on Paul.
Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
The Hornets were hit by the injury bug last season as Chris Bosh missed some time, and then, of course, losing David West for the year in March. That was painful.
Doesn't it always seem, Clark, like the Hornets get injured with key players at the wrong time?
Well, you go back to last season, Kevin, the West injury was huge. I mean, you would love to see what a fully healthy, rested Hornet squad can do in the playoffs. Hasn't been the case recently.
And the year before, Chris Bosh blew a knee. I mean, it just seems like every year there's something.
Yep.
Here's Landry, rebounded by Corey Maggette. Maggetti's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And they turn it over. Stepped in the
Just push me out of. Come on.
Now we have a chance to see the teams that have been the NBA's best three-point shooters this month. The Hornets 4th.
Seems like their whole team is in a great rhythm from the three-point line right now. They put on a display from long range.
Green kicks to Okafor. Thomas is there. Poke loose. Out of bounds. And they retain possession. Breaking the actions right now. Let's take a look at how the standings are looking out east after half the season has been
We beat
played.
the Sixers and we're still out in front of them. All right.
Best team in the conference, really having a nice season and looking to maintain that through the playoffs. And checking out Charlotte, 8.5 games behind them.
Well, I think for Charlotte, they've got to do something to create some momentum, to light a fire under themselves and break out of the middle of the pack.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I'm not sure that that's something they actually have in them. I don't think there's enough talent.
Don't worry about it, Steve. I'm lighting the fire while you're talking about it.
To really push forward. And I like his aggressiveness going to the hoop using that height advantage.
Now here's Paul. D right on him. Poked away.
Well, he's showing off his defensive instincts by making plays just.
And he slams it home. Here's the replay on the strike slam cam.
Boy, Chris Paul, Gerald Henderson.
That throwdown.
Well, Steve, that's as fancy a finish as you could possibly get.
A serious degree of difficulty on that one.
Paul left side. Berliner inside. And the rebound goes to the Bobcats. Thomas got his 5th rebound in this one.
He may want to start spreading the ball around a little bit. His shot is off right now.
Oh, okay.
You know, for the Bobcats, guys, last year was really disappointing overall. Their play against the West didn't do them any favors, and they had a lot of defensive problems as well.
Keep making our free throws.
The West can fill it up in a hurry, and the Bobcats couldn't handle it.
Well, when you have defensive issues like they did, it's no fun taking a trip through the Western Conference. The teams will just pick
when the Western Conference comes to us, though, we gotta make them pay.
For Carl Landry.
It's Nola Charlotte trip.
Outside. Paul with the ball. He's got 7. Okafor with the screen on Maggette. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Paul. Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
All right.
Now a look at the upcoming schedule for the New Orleans Hornets. The Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Here's Paul.
Shot clock violation.
17 points a game. And here's a look at what's coming up for the Bobcats. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. And that's the 3rd of 4 straight played at home. 15-point game. He's got 14. Diaw inside. Defended by Paul.
I was going to say, he got Chris Paul in him.
By Diaw's got his 2nd basket of the game.
They are in attack mode right now. That's 10 straight points, guys. All coming.
What a game for the Bobcats. You put me in the starting lineup and things started to turn around. Who knew? Blowing them out at the half.
It hasn't even been close. Back in a moment from Charlotte.
How many blowout wins has this team had before I got in the starting lineup, huh?
At the half. Your Bobcats. The Bobcats are making it look easy so far. Great activity on the defensive end of the floor. At Quicken Loans Arena, it's the Cavaliers winning over.
Booby.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. The Hornets trail by 16. Hutchinson is in at the point. Boris Diaw is out there with Tyrus Thomas. Then it's Maggette, and it's Henderson in at the 2. That's the Bobcats 5. Paul. The Bobcats pull it in.
And that's the way it's been. A big margin for them in the rebounding category.
You know, sometimes you got to get down and dirty and do the dirty work. And in this one, they've done it, and it's paid off on the scoreboard in a big way.
Okay, that was a tough take.
The miss.
I'll tell you what, he's so strong inside that the defense wasn't going to allow him to get to the rim without offering a bunch of resistance there.
And Paul.
I tried to jump. It didn't let me. And now Chris Paul is getting back into the game.
Got the first field goal of the second half for the Hornets. Bobcats leading by 14.
On the last couple of seasons, Chris Paul's numbers in terms of field goals.
Shooting foul on Chris Paul, not his first one. I'm about to say.
At one point in his career, he took about 16 shots per game.
That was a terrible
12. So it seems like he's trying to be more of a playmaker now.
Going back to Paul, I think Clark, he realizes if he's doing most of the scoring, his team isn't really necessarily in good shape.
Yeah, I think he has seen that. He understands that he really elevates his team when he's attacking, penetrating, and trying to get them involved. He probably could score 25 a game if he chose to, but that's not his nature, and he knows how important it is for him to do other things for his team to win.
Here's West, and the layup is good.
Carving them up inside there, Kevin. I mean, the defense has been vulnerable in there.
Yeah, that's 3 straight field goals in the paint area. That's really good offense.
Blocked.
Okay.
The Hornets trail by 14.
Good block.
16 points for him. Here's Hutchinson. So the whistle
4 free
blows
throws
on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's on Emeka Okafor.
You know, when you play in a tough division like the New Orleans Hornets do, one of the ways you survive that gauntlet is playing well against the East, and they did that.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Clark, you're right again. 19 wins in 30 games against the East for the New Orleans Hornets. Steve, that really had to boost their standing, not only in that conference, but certainly their overall play.
Yeah, I pride myself on being right more than wrong.
Well, you are. You are. Steve, so are you.
Occasionally, Kevin, but no, I thought it helped New Orleans to really dominate the East. I think you have to take advantage of some of your weaker opponents, and that's exactly what they did last year. Remember, guys, there's some bad teams in the East.
Here's Thomas.
Yes, it's Tyrus Thomas.
Thomas got
it. Either steal or rebound.
Has to change.
Oh no, I got a block.
10 straight points coming in the paint against this team.
Well, they got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be conscious of it. It's a team effort in protecting the paint. Control the ball, and then everybody's got to get in there and keep the defense locked down.
Well, not a bad effort there.
He'll usually knock that one down.
Defended by Paul. He gathers. Shot misses. Some solid D from Paul.
Just 1 of 4 now to start this third quarter.
Backing down.
Oh, hold on.
Connects the jumper drop.
I mean, Chris Paul.
He's got 11.
That time he found a gap in the defense to turn that one into a very easy jump shot, a warm-up jumper, if you will.
Kicks to Diaw. Thomas over West.
Hey, Ray, Tyrus, we like that.
And the Bobcats lead by 15.
Well, that's been nice, efficient work.
Love the mid-range from Tyrus Thomas.
We haven't seen him take many bad shots, and that's the sign of a mature, poised player.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
They've gone cold. A smart timeout here to give them a second to regroup and try to get back on the right track.
Quincy
All right, 2 more quarters
for New Orleans. Knocked away.
Go ahead, Maggette.
No good from Maggette.
Yeah, you didn't finish it.
And they're on the break. Here's Green, and that one's drained from the low block. Green's got 10 points. Bobcats leading by 13. 17 points in the game. And taken away by Paul. Got a piece of it.
That's such a tough catch when the ball is coming from that far.
To a lob to Boris.
Defense wasn't able to get back fast enough to contest.
Well, they were caught flat-footed after committing the turnover that time, guys.
Here is Paul.
My audio is super distorted right
15-point
there.
game. West dishes to Paul. West kicks to Pondexter. Picked up by Maggette. Shot clock at 6. Here's Paul. He's scorching hot. Paul's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, I bet you'd like to forget that first half that he had. It's nice to see him bounce back here in the second.
Right now averaging 17 points a game. He goes up. Okafor with the rebound. Okafor's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now Thomas defending. Okafor backs in. Here's West. Goes
my God.
It nice and easy.
Assist from
West has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, you've got to like the focus that they're showing here in the second half. I see a lot more effort as well. I mean, it's amazing when you lock in mentally and bring some energy and intensity, things can pick up in a positive way for you.
Maggette with a screen on Paul. Here's Hutchinson. Can't get it to go.
Goodness.
The Hornets go the other way with the ball.
Well, very successful second campaign in New Orleans for Emeka Okafor last year. He was pretty much averaging a double-double all season long, and his shooting percentage was high. He became a very effective player for Chris Paul and the Hornets.
Green kicks it to West. Over Maggette. West misses. Okafor backs in. Green the pass to Paul. Feeds it to Pondexter. Outside, Green. Picked up by Maggette. Pondexter kicks to Paul. Takes the 3.
Oh, my God.
And again, New Orleans with the triple.
I knew I needed to block that.
Okafor's shooting percentage. It was a career high, Clark, but 57%.
You know, Kevin, I think we've seen Emeka Okafor become just what we thought he was when he left UConn. A really solid, reliable, consistent player.
I see Corey Maggette.
Double guys, not going to take bad shots. He's got good hands. He can finish inside, and he gives you everything he has at both ends of the floor.
Paul kicks to Green. West. All up top.
Shit.
Lots of room. Another one falls for New Orleans.
He's putting the team on his back, trying to keep his team in this thing, and he's doing a pretty good job.
Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Diaw's got 4 points in the quarter.
Seeing more point guard play from me this time. This ball is on fire.
Paul, right side. From 20 feet out.
I can't guard him, sorry.
Paul's got 20 points.
How about the field goal percentage shooting this half, guys? It's gone through the roof.
17 points in the game. Maggette, defended by Paul. Here's Hutchinson. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. The leaner. A nice shot by Pondexter.
I tell you what, I can't argue with the result, but a little unnecessary to go to the off-balance shot there.
Off the pick. The shot misses.
What a tough quarter for him. He's got to pick it up here.
Boy, nothing at all going his way. I mean, it's hard to watch.
I mean, I'll take those fouls, but like, what are we doing here?
Diaw, the screen. Pass to Brown. Backing him down.
Get your post up, Kwame.
Tied up. Deflected by Ariza. The Hornets trail. Jack is called for charging.
All right, we drew a charge.
Foul of the game.
Boy, in a close
good
game,
clean ball.
Those plays really hurt. Good call there. He got his feet planted. He was definitely set.
Yeah, that's excellent anticipation, Steve. He got out in front and was able to set his feet and take the charge.
So with Paul on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. Jared Jack is out there with Marcus Banks. Then it's
no foul. All right, no foul.
Carl Landry.
Well, that is not the guy they want to drive the lane in heavy traffic.
From the baseline, the Bobcats pull it in. Into Dia.
See, Boris.
Sinks it from about 9 feet out. And the Bobcats lead by 3.
Well, a nice little trend developing here, fellas. I mean, that's 8 of their last 10 from inside the paint.
Yeah, they're getting high percentage looks down there. Their offense is really
Reaches ball, man.
I don't see why they wouldn't just continue to pound the ball inside.
Lock at 6. Here's Jack.
No.
Here's the rejection. Bobcats leading by 3. Back to Brown.
Hey, Kwame.
Tries in the post. Jack with the rebound.
And the defender
Probably shouldn't have kept giving it to Kwame.
Came over, really seemed to bother him.
I'm stuck in the crowd.
Now the dish to Landry. Headed by Augustine.
Legitimately can't get out.
Jump hook. Landry gets the bucket. Landry's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, he's got a lot of inches on the defender in that matchup, and he can just shoot right over the top of him without worrying about being bothered.
He dishes it to Augustine.
Oh, that was so close.
Here is McGuire. Ariza covering. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets
offensive 3 seconds bump. No, Boris Diaw.
So for the Bobcats, Tyrus Thomas is checked in.
All right, they move each of the 2.
And it's Maggette in for McGuire. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. A tight game here in Charlotte. Now Ariza. Paul outside. He kicks to Okafor. Clock at 4. Fades and shoots. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Well, eventually he'll start knocking those down. Again, he did make 2 in the first half.
Let's not knocking those down, Steve.
Charlotte calls.
He starts knocking those down the game.
Keep everybody on the same page. They need to get their heads together. That's the goal.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Paul Silas gave to his team during that break. He was trying to keep their energy up, saying, listen, I know you're tired, but you can rest in a few minutes when we're sitting in the locker room with a W.
Stop that, man. Don't let Chris Paul make his next shot. I'll try.
They keep going right back to the paint, and who can blame them? I mean, they're getting it done in there.
Yeah, 3 of their last 5 buckets, guys, have come from inside the lane area, so I'd expect them to continue to go inside right at the defense.
Okafor backs in.
They try to keep him off the ball, really.
Yanked it just a little right, but had the right spin on it. Okafor's got 4 points in the quarter. The Bobcats with the lead. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
Green dishes to West.
Okay,
West right side. There's the feed to Paul. This one for 3.
How about if he makes that, he makes that.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Yes! Up high to stop the alley-oop.
But maybe the play of the game right there.
An alley-oop slam is always going to be at the top of the list there, Clark. You're right.
That's one of my favorite plays in basketball, guys.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
A clutch one. A clutch lob as well.
Here's Okafor. And here is Paul.
Oh.
Outside, Green. And West backs in. Over Giao. And it's West missing. Bobcats leading by 3. Here's Hutchinson.
Oh my gosh, I should have passed that. My greed and my hubris took over.
Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence.
Oh, Tyrese Thomas, big block.
Doesn't it, Steve?
It sure does, and now it's to the point where they just feel unstoppable.
Tell you what, guys, you got to appreciate the way he goes after those offensive rebounds. It's something to watch.
And the strength, Steve, the strength he is on those putbacks is something to see.
Well, and we got to witness both of those attributes right there on that play.
Green with the rebound.
Well, ever since the second half started, he's been ice cold. Very little going his
Yeah, that's true.
Pushes up. Here's Paul.
Blocked it.
Bobcats on offense.
Gonna post Tyrese Thomas on.
Back to Thomas.
Oh no, they got it away from him. They got David West on him. No.
Excellent.
I did not like that.
Well, use his body well to lean around the defender. It's always going to be difficult to convert that shot, though.
Chit.
Kicks it out to Ariza from outside the arc. And it goes out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Oh, damn. Okay.
And an intentional foul right there. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth
fouls on
quarter.
Chris Paul.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Good foul there. They've got to lengthen this game and stop the clock here.
All you can
What is
do
it?
here is hope they give you
They gotta change that camera.
And he can't convert
I
on
missed
the
a second. Okay.
Now
This is the clutch free throw.
called by New Orleans. They're down by 2. 20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Well, we'll see what they come up with. Plenty of time. If they execute, they should be able to get a good look here.
I agree with you, Steve, but I'd like to see him pound it inside and try to get to the rim.
Grocery bag.
19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
3-point game. 4
Perfect
point.
from the line, and it's a 4-point ball.
Bye, Chris Paul.
Well, he handled his business at the line, and now it's a 2-possession lead.
Green, the pass to Ariza. From the high post, Paul can't get it to go, and he commits the intentional foul.
Someone else fouled me this time.
Sinks the first one, and that puts them up by 5. 2 for 2, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Huge free throws there, Kevin. He just put this game out of reach.
Lets it fly. Off target with that shot.
Bye-bye, Chris Paul.
So it's Charlotte picking up the win. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long and thanks for joining us as we leave you with...
This wasn't as good as a player of a game as the last one. $22 for both of us, me and Chris Paul. I'll pass him.
It has just been announced that you have been named the Conference Player of the Week.
Yeah, see, I thought they'd talk about that.
This is the first time you've received this award. Can we expect more of this from you in the future?
I'm definitely going to do my best to win Player of the Week every week, you know? I definitely couldn't have done it without help from my teammates, though, the coaches, and of course, the fans. Winning this award isn't what I work hard for all summer long, but it's certainly a great thing to get along the way towards the real prize.
I said my teammates, they ain't give a damn. Okay. Another 5,000 skill points to spend. Another game against the Miami Heat coming up. Should be fun in the next video. See you there. Bye.